Most students agree that cramming for the MCAT is not a great idea. You'll need many months to prepare. But if you don't use that time wisely, you may be forced to retake it. That means spending another couple months studying. That's why making a good study schedule is so important. What should your schedule look like? How can you be sure that your schedule actually helps you achieve a high score? Hey guys, Jack here, and today I'm going to discuss how to make an effective MCAT study schedule. The MCAT will test you on content knowledge, reading comprehension, critical thinking, endurance, and even confidence. To master all of this, you'll need at least 3 or 4 months. By making a solid schedule, you're more likely to focus on tasks that will make you a stronger test taker. To make an effective schedule, I recommend that you first establish when you're going to take the test. It could be within the next 3 months or maybe in 9 months. You don't have to register for the exam too far in advance or even pick an exact test date, but choose a month you can see yourself taking the exam. Make studying your #1 priority for the months leading up to your test period. That doesn't mean studying full-time, but it does mean school, work, and personal obligations take the back seat. Now, figure out what resources you're going to use. This can be pretty frustrating, but know that the AAMC material is the best. For the sciences, any third-party resource is fine. But for cars, I highly recommend that you only stick to the AAMC passages and mine found on jackweston.com. Plan to use 3 or 4 third-party practice exams. It doesn't matter which ones. If you decide to use a third-party practice exam, substitute their cars section with one of my cars practice exams, or even 9 of my cars daily passages. Now, count how many AAMC practice exams currently exist. This will depend on the year you're taking the exam. At the time this video is being released, there are 5 AAMC practice exams, 1 unscored test called the sample test, and 4 practice exams named 1 through 4. In your schedule, work backwards and pick a day exactly 2 weeks from your planned test month. That day is the day you should take the most recent AAMC practice exam. For example, if you're taking the exam September 2020, take practice exam 4 early September or late August. If you're planning to take the exam January 2021, take AAMC practice exam 4 early January or late December. The year you take the exam and the number of practice exams may differ, but this strategy doesn't. I want you to keep working backwards and add another practice exam every 2 weeks. This time, add AAMC practice exam 3, which is the next latest exam the AAMC offers, or a third-party practice exam. Which exam you pick at this point depends on how much time you have to study. The more time you have, the more third-party practice exams you can add to your schedule. I recommend alternating between third-party practice exams and the AAMC. You can start with third-party exams in your schedule and then do only AAMC or interchange them. But make sure you're not doing the AAMC too late. Save the very latest AAMC exam for 2 weeks out, but every other AAMC exam can be done much sooner. Keep working backwards and add a practice exam to your schedule every 2 weeks until you are 2 months away from your exam period. At this point, you'll want to add a practice exam every 3 weeks for up to 2 months. When you're 4 months away from your exam period, add 1 exam every month. Now again, if you're not studying for a total of more than 4 months, you don't have to worry about this. What we're doing here is establishing deadlines to take practice exams. These exams will help us improve significantly. How? Because they help identify our weaknesses. Now you may be thinking, what about content review? What about practice passages? Here's how you'll want to integrate these. Have a mini schedule, a weekly or bi-weekly schedule where you plan out the number of questions you want to do within this period. For example, my 2-week schedule for studying may include 9 cars passages, 30 physical passages, 20 bio passages, and 10 psych-soc passages. My goal is to finish all of this before my 2 weeks are done. I am giving myself exactly 7 or 14 days to finish everything I list in the agenda. When I am done with this list, I can relax until my time is up. The key to this mini schedule is to be honest about how much you can actually do. Be reasonable on yourself. Never add to the list just because you got everything done. You should take extra time to relax and mentally prepare yourself for the next mini schedule. Notice how in this schedule, I don't focus on content review. I discuss why in another video, which I'll link in the description below. But make it a priority to finish all of the double AMC practice product questions, not the practice exams, the practice questions as soon as possible. That means all question pack passages and section bank passages. That is your number one priority. Review them very well. Try to make your weekly or bi-weekly schedule around your practice exam dates. So if you know you're set to take a practice exam next week, make a 1-week schedule. I'm keeping this mini schedule very basic. I don't put what I'm doing each day. That kind of schedule is almost impossible to follow and extremely daunting. By simply having a goal to finish X amount by a certain date, I have freedom. I can breathe. I don't have to force myself to stay in a library all day. I know what I need to finish by the end of the week to ensure that I am progressing. Every day will be a little different. Some days I'll study 6 hours, other days I'll study 3, some days I'll study maybe 10 hours because I'm really feeling it. But I'm not afraid to vary it up depending on my mood and depending on what I'm doing that day. By making a mini schedule, you can better anticipate how much you're going to get done. That's because you'll know what this week or the next couple of weeks will look like given your other obligations. I find it ridiculous to make a schedule 3 months in advance. The only thing you need to really schedule are your practice exams. When you do a practice exam, the review of the practice exam should take upwards of 5 to 7 days. So make sure you account for that in your next mini schedule. For example, I'm going to write down in my list, review practice exam. And then I'll write down, do 10 CARS passages, 20 physical passages, 20 bio passages, and 20 psych-soc passages. I'm going to put that all in a list so I know what to do within that next week or next 2 weeks. The best part about this is that you can add tasks in your next mini schedule that focus on your practice exam weaknesses. If you're missing a lot of physics questions on your practice exams, your next mini schedule should have mostly physics questions. I have my long-term goal set, that's the practice exams. I can't change when I do the practice exams, but I can change what I do in between. That changes depending on my weaknesses. I've seen this dynamic schedule work very well for many of my students. You can literally get any score as long as you're disciplined and you work hard enough.